Good God, this has to be a freaking joke. Freaking scalpers, you would think that in 2020 this wouldn't still be a problem. What was that noise? I'll get one sooner or later, I guess. Hope. It'll take a while for this to die down. Hello? Somebody there? Oh. What the? I didn't order anything. No freaking way. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my. This is really happening. Okay then. Let's not waste any time. Oh! Alright. I can't believe it, but it's happened. I got my hands on the PS5. I was fortunate enough to be able to get one, and I don't believe it either. I don't know how I managed it, or who this came from, really, to be honest. But I have it. I've now entered the next generation, and wow. It's almost overwhelming to know where to begin on here. This is exciting, but I guess the best and smartest thing to do is, why not begin with the game that it apparently comes installed with? That's right. You will get a game already on your PS5 called Astro's Playroom. Now, for some of you might be scratching your head at that, or it might seem vaguely familiar for those of you who've been around PlayStation for some time now. Back when PS4 dropped, they had a little thing called, I think, just the Playroom. It was more or less kind of like messing with the camera if you got that for the PS4, plus testing out like the touchpad controls and stuff on the DualShock 4. It was pretty cool for what it was. Sort of a nice way to ease yourself into the system. And then when PlayStation VR dropped, they made a game called Astrobot Rescue Mission, and actually won VR Game of the Year for that year. And after playing it, I could see why. It's a really cool platformer. It's weird, but it's awesome. One that I'd recommend checking out, to be honest. And where that leaves off is where Astro's Playroom picks up. Here we have it at the launch of the PS5, and it's in a way picking up where it left off. Start of a new generation, so why not have these interesting little buddies or mascots introduce us? Oh my god, I can't wait. So, without further ado, I guess let's take the leap into next gen together. Let's see what this pre-installed game has to offer. Is it just going to be kind of like a gimmicky little demo, or is it going to be an actual fun game that you can get time out of? Let's find out. Welcome to Astro's Playroom. You know, for a game that comes just for free bundled in with the PlayStation 5, it's amazing how much is here for you to experience. By the time I was done with Astro's Playroom, I had the biggest smile on my face for multiple reasons. It's an experience unlike any other, and what all that you get to feel while using the Dualsense controller. Because this controller is not just a gimmick, it has much more to it than meets the eye, and much more than you probably ever expected. And not only that, Astro's Playroom is a love letter to all of PlayStation's history and to everyone who's grown up with it, and at whichever point that may be, from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4. It's something very special for everyone. And on top of that, it's a genuinely good platformer. While I'm more casual when it comes to platformers, I did grow up playing like Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, the Jack games, Ratchet and Clank, a little bit of Sly Cooper, and so on. And it kind of reaches out to that special place. It's a genuinely uplifting, amazing, and positive experience to play this. It offered so much more than I really expected. Going into it, I just kind of initially was waving it off like, this is probably just a really cheap bundle in. I don't know, it probably ain't even worth really giving a shot, but no, I'm very happy that I was proved oh so wrong by that. When you play Astro's Playroom, it gives you a moment to, you know, experience the full capabilities of the controller, tease you with the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, you know, the motion in the controller, the microphone, everything. And it's kind of prepping you for, you don't realize how much there is to this. There's more than meets the eye, and you're going to be able to utilize almost all of your senses into this controller. Hence, I suppose the name actually lives up to it, Dualsense. And from there, you're dropped into a wonderful little plaza that offers you 4 different worlds of varying themes and kind of following, you know, each console's generation or lifetime, essentially. And each one of these little worlds is going to show you something special about the Dualsense while you're having a great time running around and platforming and seeing all these wonderful little homages and Easter eggs of many PlayStation hits. Monster Hunter, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Ace Combat 3, Spyro. Literally just all of these big titles that you had probably some exposure to if you grew up with PlayStation. And throughout all of this, while you're being taken throughout the worlds, you're getting to experience different parts of what makes the Dualsense so special. Take, for example, even something as basic as the surface you're walking on. Whether you're swimming through water or you're running along a metal platform and then you go to wood, I am not kidding, you can actually feel the difference and hear the difference between these surfaces that you're going on. It's so strange and yet so amazing to be able to have it portrayed so accurately. And then you carry on through the game and you're exposed to all these special little segments of gameplay. Take, for example, you know, you get into a monkey suit and you start climbing up a wall, and you can actually feel, as you pull each trigger, what feels like you're grasping onto a rock. And then, say, getting into a little ball suit where you actually swipe up on the touchpad, you can feel the zipper, exactly like a real zipper would, and then you're swiping on the touchpad to move the ball around and guide it down a little path. And not to mention other things, like you get into a frog suit at one point, and it's all based around a little spring. And as you pull down on the trigger, you're feeling that resistance of an actual spring. If you were to actually pick up a spring, put it in between your fingers and squeeze down on it, you could feel that resistance and that pull. And then that release when you let go and watch it go jumping. It's incredible. It's something that I hope continues to stick around here into the future. And moving past that, as you go through each world and, you see all these Easter eggs like I mentioned, you're also going to have collectibles to work with. If you look around just close enough, you'll be able to find quote-unquote artifacts, which is really just like multiple PlayStation products from its history. So you could find a PlayStation Vita, or a PS3 Slim model, or a PSP Go, PlayStation 1 controller, just like literally every mainline product. All these things that you probably had some exposure to or you may have owned at one point. And it's collected in this little area where it's pretty much like a special hub of PlayStation artifacts in history, with a mural that'll span from the mid-90s to modern day right now with the PS5 launch. And as you walk around, you'll see this room fill up over time with all these collectibles you find, from the PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 5, and even the extra things like VR and those controllers for that. I'm not kidding, it's just about everything. And it'll probably put a smile on your face being able to see all this stuff come together. I was actually excited to watch this room fill up and go, wow, this is really cool. I remember all this stuff, and then there were some surprises, like I had no idea that the PSP had like a GPS attachment or camera attachment onto it. That was fascinating to learn. So even after you play through the world, you have all these extra little things to work towards. And even then, you'll probably be going back through some of these worlds because there's just so much content to really enjoy and experience from it. From running around these maps to beating up little enemies, doing these fun platforming sections that are trying to utilize as much as they can of the controller, and getting a toy with extra little pickups like the bow and arrow or a minigun, and then getting to run through sections, getting to use those. It's just a genuinely simple, fun time. This is basically a platformer for anyone to get into. Show this to your friends when they come over and get to experience the PlayStation 5 for the first time. Show it to parents or nieces, nephews, your kids, whatever. Anyone can really do this and not struggle with it, honestly. There'll be things to smile at and laugh at and kind of, take a trip back down memory lane when you see it. From these beautifully crafted worlds to the artifacts and, of course, the cute little Astrobots themselves, where you'll always just see them doing some sort of funny interaction or something cute. And like I mentioned with the Easter eggs, you'll know when you stumbled upon one of them when you see a little Astrobot wearing a blue hat and holding a camera, and he's pointing at something. Anytime you see that, it'll be some sort of reference to a game, every single time. And let me touch on other things. I think the graphics personally look great. It's serviceable. I don't exactly think, oh yeah, this is 200% next gen or whatever. It doesn't go that crazy, but it's a charming look. It fits the style. It fits the theme of all of this. Very, very well, in fact, I would say. And of course, on the side of the music, I think it's great. I'm actually blown away by the soundtrack. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. The tunes are very catchy, uplifting, they got a nice beat to it. You'll probably be humming them or kind of just slightly bobbing your head along with it. It's all cool. They did a great job on that. The team Asobi behind this really knocked it out of the ballpark in just about every single way possible. And I have to give them a huge thanks and props for putting this into the PlayStation 5 when you get it. Overall, this game offers a lot to the table. This wonderful little pack-in is full of charm, it's full of heart, it's full of so much to experience and help guide you into the next generation of gaming. Whether you're new to PlayStation or you've been a long-time fan, there's something here for everyone. Wonderfully crafted levels with very clever integration of the system themes and features integrated into them. Great music, great design, playtime of about anywhere from 4 to 7 hours, I'd say. And if you're a collectible hunter, there's even more there for you to do. All this comes together for the low, low price of free in your system. The second you buy it, it'll be there waiting for you, ready to be played while, hey, you install Demon Souls or Spider-Man Miles Morales or whatever. So please, I implore you,
give this game a try. Don't pass on it. You're being given a genuinely great, fun, free game here that's well worth the time of playing through it and showing to those around you.
Okay. Well, that there is Astro's Playroom, everyone. Was it just a gimmicky tech demo, or was this a full-fledged game, something that is worth your time? Yes! 100% absolutely worth your time. This game is both a love letter to everything PlayStation, its history, its fans, everything. All the franchises that you may have grown up with in here together making some sort of appearance. And it's a wonderful introduction to the new generation. I think what blows me away about it is I went into this with just so casually, so unexpected, and I came out blown away. I went into this going, okay, what is it, just showing off the controller? Okay. When you actually feel that haptic feedback, when you feel the adaptive triggers, when I can run around and feel these different surfaces, hear different things coming from the controller, utilize the mic, everything. The Dualsense lives up to its name, and using all of your senses and just coming together to give you a new form of experience that I want this to continue to keep the ball rolling. I want to see more utilizing this. And the game itself, it's a fun platformer. Anyone could get into this and have fun. It's simple, it's cute. It's something that kids, adults, whoever can really enjoy this. It's got all sorts of variety in the stages and what you play as do, and sort of little puzzles and stuff. It's got everything. Collectibles, speed running, for those of you interested in that sort of stuff. Everything's here. And you get it for the low price of free. Free. Already installed in your PS5. You can uninstall it whenever you want and install it again, sure. But I think it'd be a real shame and bad idea to just skip on this when you get your system. You know, while you got Demon Souls or Miles Morales or just whatever installing, put this in. Don't just jump to, one of your other games. Give it a try. Experience the controller tech demo when it brings it up. The just this amazing capabilities of adaptive triggers, feeling where everything is in your controller, and being able to have fun with these cool little puzzle sections and lovely little homages of all things PlayStation. Great music, cool level design. I couldn't ask for more. Honestly, it's something that anyone could get into and just enjoy. All in all, the only negatives is I wish there was more. I can understand why there isn't, but it'd be cool if there was maybe more, like 5-6 hours worth. I think more or less you could go through all of this within 4 hours. But if you are gonna be a trophy hunter, which, hey, I actually went through and platinum this game myself, I'd say you could get done in 6 to 7 hours, really. It's a very easy platinum. Very, very easy, in fact. So, hey, there's that going for it, too. So, yeah, the only negatives is just more content would have been cool. And more levels? Yeah. That pretty much goes together and comes to the same conclusion, so if I had to give this a rating, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, somewhere between those, probably, I guess 8.5. And I would say it is, in fact, a must-play. So, whenever you can finally get your next-gen console, please don't skip out on this and just brush it aside. You'd be making a mistake and doing yourself a disservice with that. I hope everyone can get their next-gen console soon. Xbox Series X players and PS5 players, whatever you're going with, I hope you can get your choice. And for you PlayStation players, yeah, give Astro's Playroom a try. Because it's a lot of fun and so many cool things to see that might bring you down memory lane. And I think that's something beautiful right there. So I believe that wraps us up. And hey, next gen's begun. Let's see what comes next down the road for us. It's an exciting new time, and let's make the best of this. So with that, everyone, y'all take care out there, stay safe, have fun, keep an eye on one another, helping one another out. Until then.